Hey everybody, Thacia here with Legacy of Flight in conjunction with One Love Wellness Center here in Menasha, Wisconsin, coming to you for one of my 365 days from my heart to yours. And today I chose a card for everyone from the Sacred Rebels Oracle. Super cool cards. I like this deck because after each one it has a little healing process that you can go through just to kind of like solidify it. And I really loved all the cards. There's such beautiful illustrations that she has done. So the card that came up was in the world, not of it. I'll just hold it there. You can see like all the salmon like swimming around her, and there's like little fish in her hair as well. Just being like part of the water. Holy crap. My light just blew. That was crazy. Whew. So just being like, you know, part of the water, in it, but not, you know, so. It says this oracle comes with a message to you. Sometimes we need our defenses. At other times it's clear we are outgrowing them. There is something that you have outgrown. It has to do with your ideas about productivity, time, control, and money. It has to do with abundance. Trust and living with fundamental belief that everything is going to turn out okay. You are ready to be much more vulnerable and exposed in life. You don't have to hide behind an organized, perfect, in control, or financially secure and stable. Nor do you need any other acceptable social face. It is time for you to loosen the strings of your own controlling nature. They are too tight and too restrictive for you anyway. You were born to live in a much freer way. When you live as you innately are, rather than how you've been conditioned to be, you will experience a greater joy, freedom, and support. When you are not resisting yourself or resisting life, there is less resisting what you need as it comes to you. Likewise, you are being stripped of internal beliefs that are failing you, perhaps externally as well. Whether this seems to be your choice or not, make no mistake, it is your own spirit in cahoots with the loving spirit of life that has brought you to this situation and has brought this about in your life. So it is asking you, all of us, to let go of this control and to know internally that, you know, as things shift and change, that the universe always has your best interest at heart. It always wants you to succeed and to grow closer to yourself and to the remembrance of who you are. And just this whole thing of, you know, as I said, there's like the salmon swimming around her, and there's fish in her hair, but she's, you know, we're not from this world. We are divine beings choosing to come here and to have this experience as humans. So we're in the world, experience the world, but we are not of it. We are divine, magnificent beings. And this experience is for us to remember that and to have no doubts that, you know, our team of guides and ourselves have this greater plan to come to that place where we remember our magnificence, and we don't have to continually question it. And even though we know that we are in this world, but we are not of it, we enjoy the journey. We enjoy the ride. We enjoy everything that comes into our experience. And we let go of this control and trying to figure everything out. And, you know, as it said here, it's like, let go of the idea of perfection or control or being financially secure and stable or being what you've been conditioned to be here. While we have, you know, patterns and we have plans for what to do when we're here or what we want to learn, we still have to go through these journeys and these situations and know that ultimately in every situation that it's for our benefit. It's for our highest good. Everything is for our positive growth, to bring us to love. And to remember that even though we are in this world, we aren't of it. We are magnificent. We are magical. And we get to choose what we want, because we have free will. And we get to choose our perception. You know, we get to choose our battles. We get to choose what we're going to hang on to. We get to choose what we're going to let go. We get to choose what we are going to integrate and how we are going to manifest this dream, these lives that we're living, and what our part of the whole is going to look like. And what we can do to, you know, each day take steps towards ourself, towards integrating our ego and our higher self and integrating everything into who we came here to be in this world, in these lives. And to not put so much pressure on yourself to be a certain way, to be these ways that we have been conditioned, that we think that we should be. Well, I should be doing this. I shouldn't have done that. But ultimately, at every moment, you are being divinely guided. Divinely guided to be in this world, but not of this world. And that's where the divine guidance comes in, of the not of this world. But that we chose to be in this world. And this beautiful existence that we are all collectively creating. That every person is creating. And just to, think of your perception today. I've always had a place in my heart for homeless people, or, the downtrodden, the people, anybody with, less than. And there was this homeless lady, disabled, with a sign, and I didn't have any cash on me, otherwise I probably would have given her money. It was super cold here. But I sent her love and realized, ultimately, her sacrifice in this lifetime for the greater good, because of whatever she is learning. And I thought just how beautifully amazing that was. Because right now she's in this world, she's living that life. But when she was not in the world, her love for the divine and for her part in this was so much and so great that she said, yes, I will do that for my growth and for humanity's growth, because it is so much love that we're all just choosing to come here to learn and to be. To learn this whole thing of in this world, but not of it. To bring us to this beautiful remembrance, and how, she has so much love for herself and for the rest of us. And, I'm sure at this moment, she may or may not be aware. But every time I see something like that now, it's almost overwhelming with love for these choices that each one of us are making. And they're beautiful. And it just sometimes strikes me as so amazing. And I am grateful, and at the same time, I can be sympathetic, and I can, offer what I can when I can to these people, and to see them, in a greater light, than before, because I know. And it doesn't make me not want to give to them or make them any less. It makes them greater, this knowing that we each can be in the world but not of it. It's a greater knowing, it's a greater love, it's a greater joy and feeling that we can share in. And that, when I do have cash or whatever, that I can share with these people. And bless them just as much as as they are blessing me and they're blessing all of us by choosing to go through these lessons, to be in this world and learn these lessons for the greater good of all of humanity. It's for us all. Because everything learned goes into the grid of the earth, into the grid of Gaia. And it's a remembrance. And every time, every lifetime somebody conquers something, it goes into this grid of remembrance. And it changes their whole DNA line. And sometimes it's just little things. And sometimes there's great things. And most of it is just our choice in how we choose to perceive each situation and each lesson, so to speak, that we encounter. Because as I've said before, everything is for our positive growth. For our ultimate love for the universe, for ourselves and everyone else, for the divineness that is within us. It's in everybody. Whether you are aware of it at every moment, you are being divinely guided. And that means everybody. Everyone is divinely guided. And we are all in this world, but not of it. But it is our choice to have that perception, to go beyond that perception, to go beyond all this preconceived notions that we've had, or that we've been taught how we are to behave and act and know, and we've chosen these things to be present in our lives because we wanted positive growth. You've chosen all the actors in your play. Every single one. And when we look at it that way, it is beautiful, because it becomes less about others doing something to you and you taking responsibility for everything in your life. For you to remember that you are in the world, but not of it. And that you have this beautiful plan for your life. And that others do as well. And that when you trust in your heart, you can let go of trying to have all this control. And to know that we go through these ebbs and flows. And right now is you are being asked to let go of this control, to let go of the ideas that you've outgrown, to make room for these new ideas that yourself and the universe has for you. This new remembrance, this new love. And just a closer connection between yourself and the universe. And to always know that while we're in the world, we're not of it, and it is just our choice in our perception of what we want to see. So just know that at every moment, each and every one of you is eternally adored and loved beyond all measure. There's nothing to compare it to. And it is unconditional. That means there's zero conditions. There's nothing that you have to do. There's nothing that you have to be to deserve this all, to deserve this eternal adoration and love. You just are, and it just is. So it is, and so it was, and so shall it be. Because the beauty of this world has no conditions. And the beauty of who you are has no conditions. There's not no, but if you do this, but if you do that, oh, I wouldn't make that choice. It's, unconditional except for one thing, or 5 things, or whatever else we think of. It's unconditional. And I want you to just really think about that and really come to a place where you know that. That it is eternal. Adoration and love. So I love you all, and if this resonated with you and you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that. Also in the description of the video is other ways that you can get a hold of me. I do some different shamanic healing and work, counseling. I can teach you how to go into your Akashic records. I have a couple other programs and things that are available because I love you all, and I want to empower you to become your best version, to know that you ultimately have this connection, and you always have had this connection to the divine. And sometimes we need others to help us in our lives to become reconnected, because it's maybe we don't have enough belief in ourselves at different moments, and when we seek out the help of others, it is it's also helping ourselves. So have a great day, and I will be back tomorrow.